I have about 30 watches. Early on, I would just go to like standard websites and collectors forums and look for where things sell. You know, over time, there's software that was developed to, you can go in and put in a particular model number of watch, and it would actually go and hit all these sites and pull down the information for you collectively, so you can kind of see, okay, here's the watch on several different sites. Sometimes you might see the same person. Sometimes you might see the same person listing it for a different price.
Hello, this is Richard Moraes, the editor of Barron's Penta. We recently had a fantastic Penta evening, and the subject was Watches of Wall Street. One of my panelists was John Sim, a senior analyst with JP Morgan Chase, and he not only offered such insights as you just heard, but also some other tips on how, for example, to buy the best insurance.
I think anyone who collects for a long time has someone that they trust more with their watches, particularly the older ones. You may not have a person who's going to be your person to service all your watches, and particularly for older or vintage watches, you might even have someone else. Rarely would I send an older watch back to the company for fear of them replacing parts. And so if you have a watch with original hands, original dial, and you send it in and it happens to be older hands and the hands are cracked, and they say, well, we replaced the hands for you because they're cracked, and that's our policy, and then you'd call and tell them, I didn't want you to do that, and they might have already thrown out the hands or whatnot, and then it can have a huge impact on the value of the watch. I started out with a blanket policy. I think that was the most expensive route. I thought about let's go keep them all in a safety deposit box in a bank, obviously the cheapest option, but then you just don't have access to them. So what I really decided to do is to ensure some of the key pieces that I know are stationary in my collection. They're not going to go anywhere. I have other ones that are likely to move or sell over time, and that I don't necessarily insure just because it's too challenging to kind of keep up with it all.